Welcome to SVGTV's news for Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. I'm Triska Campbell with the details. St. Vincent and the Grenadines Meteorological Service is closely monitoring Tropical Storm Jerry, which has formed in the Atlantic Ocean. In its 72-hour outlook, the Met Services indicated that a few showers and thunderstorms are likely across St. Vincent and the Grenadines this evening. Tropical Storm Jerry is expected to move near or north of the Leeward Islands, and moisture and feeder bands associated with the system could bring occasional showers and thunderstorms across SVG by late Thursday night. Residents and motorists in areas prone to flash flooding, landslides, or near rivers and streams are advised to remain vigilant and exercise caution. Additionally, the Met Services notes that patches of Sahara dust may create slight to moderate haze across the area by Saturday. Wind speeds and directions are also expected to vary significantly over the coming days. Sea conditions are currently slight to moderate in open waters with swells near 1 meter or 3 feet. West of SVG and 1.5 meters or 5 feet on east of SVG. However, swell heights are expected to increase on Thursday, ranging from 1.5 meters to 2.5 meters by the evening. Small craft operators and sea bathers are strongly advised to exercise caution, especially in the light of the above normal swells and the possibility of occasional gusty winds. There are no watches or warnings in effect at this time, but the public is encouraged to stay informed as the SVG Meteorological Service continues to monitor the system and provide regular updates. The long-standing and fruitful bilateral relationship between St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the Republic of China on Taiwan was brought into focus on Tuesday, October 7, 2025, as Taiwan celebrated its 114th National Day. The event, which took place at the Methodist Church Hall in Kingston, was attended by government officials, members of the diplomatic corps, and other invited guests. In her address, Taiwan's ambassador to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Her Excellency Fiona Fan, highlighted SVG's unwavering support for Taiwan on the international stage, describing the nation as loyal and a valued ally.
We stand as a symbol of friendship and our shared belief that good health is the foundation of national development. Out of the 12 buildings planned, 2 buildings and for administration and pharmacy have already begun to rise just recently since our great groundbreaking last October. And another 2 for diagnostics and general ward will be structurally completed by the end of this year. So in just 2 years, we look forward to seeing the hospital established. Other than construction, Taiwan is also introducing the health information system. We will equip the hospitals, including Milton, Cato, and Georgetown hospitals, with full-scale digital infrastructure, which means that doctors will have real-time access to patient data for better treatment decisions, and citizens will have digital versions of medical records, etc. It will build a health resilience that places people at its heart.
Ambassador Fan further emphasized Taiwan's contributions to various development projects across the country, particularly in areas such as agriculture, healthcare, infrastructure, education, and technology. Governor General Dame Susan Duggan also addressed the gathering, commending Taiwan for its instrumental role in advancing development throughout SVG.
This cooperation, however, is not simply about projects and infrastructure. It is about people. It is about the Vincentian student who receives a scholarship to study in the Republic of China, Taiwan, and returns home well-equipped with new knowledge and experience to contribute to our nation's development. It is about the communities that thrive because of agricultural innovation, the patients who will receive better care in modern health facilities, and the women and youth of our nation who are given hope and opportunity through training and empowerment programs. As we stand here today, in times marked by turbulence in the global affairs and uncertainty in the international economy, the relationship between St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the Republic of Taiwan is a reminder of what true friendship means. It is not transactional, fleeting, or conditional. It is steady, sincere, and enduring.
Prime Minister Dr. Afghan Salves in his remarks reaffirmed his government's strong commitment to continue diplomatic ties with Taiwan, noting that the relationship, which began in 1981, has created everlasting bonds of friendship and cooperation.
There are lots of people who are here, good professionals, who have been educated free of charge in Taiwan. There are major capital projects, there are the youth projects, all sorts of assistance. And I want to thank Taiwan for its selflessness in assisting an ally like St. Vincent and the Grenadines in its development. You heard from me at the United Nations about the manner in which we defended our relations with Taiwan. And Taiwan needs our support always, and for us to be vigilant with them to see if they can participate in specialized agencies in the world.
As part of Taiwan's 114th National Day anniversary celebrations, 4 drones were officially handed over to the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, the SVG-TV, further strengthening the country's law enforcement and surveillance capabilities. In an interview with SVG-TV News, Assistant Superintendent of Police ASP with responsibility for telecommunications, Aslan Rodney, explained that the drones will complement the police force's closed-circuit television CCTV project, also donated by Taiwan, to improve public safety and crime-fighting efforts.
What we're introducing now is a drone team from the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force. So what we can see now is that there's a trend now where we notice that people are going to La Safre being lost. And it's really a concern to us within the Royal St. Vincent and Grenadines Police Force. So this is an additional tool in the toolbox where we could really look at these problems, send out a drone team, search and rescue. We have crowd control, and there are so many things that we can do. So this is what we're witnessing today. And I just want to thank the people of Taiwan and the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. What I can say from the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is that there was never a time when we asked for help in building this infrastructure, the OD. And I really want to thank them and our friends from the Republic of China on Taiwan.
ASP Rodney also noted that while some officers are already proficient in drone operation, further training sessions will be conducted to build additional capacity within the force.
A training session will be coming up where we're training some special persons to form a drone team. So the training will be starting in October here. So that is the plan. Okay, so what we're planning to do, we have different arms within the Royal St. Vincent and Grenadines Police Force. And these are where we're going to pool our resources. We have persons already who know how to fly drones. So it's just an addition. And it would be now, it would be in a way that it is targeting like RRU, SSU, the Coast Guard, Telecom Department, so that these persons can be right there where we could, when we want them, we could call upon them in need to help people.
The donation of the drones is the latest in a series of technological and infrastructural support initiatives from Taiwan aimed at improving national security, emergency response, and public safety systems in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Vincentians can expect a wide range of activities this year in celebration of the nation's 46th anniversary of independence, which officially began with a flag-raising ceremony on October 1st. Speaking at the official launch of the Independence Program today, Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Economy, Carlos James, highlighted the main event, the Independence Evening Parade, will once again be held at Victoria Park on October 27th, marking its second consecutive staging at the venue. Minister James also announced that several young people will be formally recognized and awarded this year for their outstanding contributions to national development.
I'm happy to announce that we will continue to host this activity as a night format event, culminating with a number of cultural and creative components or aspects of the activities. And also on display would be members of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force and other organizations across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We will also, during this month, host a National Youth Awards, and the date schedule for the National Youth Awards will be the 18th, Saturday the 18th of October, where I believe quite a number of young people across St. Vincent and the Grenadines from the creative economy, agriculture, tourism, service industry will be recognized for their contribution to national development and will be identified as the next generation of leaders and pioneers in their respective roles and fields.
Minister James noted that events will take place across the country and will include highlights such as Jam 46 and the now annual Independence Best Village competition, which encourages community spirit and cultural preservation. A lecture series coordinated by the Carnival Development Corporation, CDC, will also be part of this year's celebrations, offering educational and historical insights into the country's journey since independence.
Also will host a few cultural events across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In Union Island, there's the Jam 46, in Byra, in Barrowley, quite across a few communities in St. Vincent. We'll feel the presence of the talents and creativity of our Vincentian public. The Community College lecture on enslaved narrative, the story of Ashton Warner, will take place on the Thursday, the 16th of October. That is something I believe many of our young persons should look forward to. And we will also have the public speaking competition as part of the activities of this month. The Best Village competition, judging for the Best Village, will take place on the 20th of October.
Several organizations participated in the launch event earlier today, presenting details of their respective activities planned throughout the month of October. More updates on the Independence calendar will be provided in a subsequent newscast. Still on the local scene, opposition member of parliament for West Kingstown and the New Democratic Party NDP candidate in the upcoming general elections, Daniel Cummins, has voiced strong concerns over the deteriorating state of road infrastructure across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He stressed the urgent need for comprehensive action to address the issue, which he says affects the daily lives and economic prospects of Vincentians. Speaking at a village meeting held in Montrose on Tuesday evening, Cummins pointed to a recent incident where a minor traffic accident resulted in hours of gridlock. He used the example to illustrate the lack of sufficient bypass routes and alternative roadways, which he argues is a symptom of poor long-term planning and neglect.
I have made, as our General Secretary said, repeated requests to this rogue government to do some very basic infrastructural works in this constituency. He pointed you to the importance of having an alternative route to the leeward side of our country. Now I want to underscore the significance of that simple development. You have seen on so many occasions traffic to and from the leeward side of the island is almost completely blocked for several hours with one simple accident.
Cummins, who is also an engineer, emphasized that the road network is a critical component of the country's national development, noting that efficient transportation not only facilitates trade and access to services, but also enhances public safety and mobility.
We would tell you that any development has always been predicated on proper communication. A road system is vital to a development. You cannot be seriously telling us that you're developing the leeward side of our country and you have one flimsy, steep, winding road that is prone to serious accident. We have begged them, we have beseeched them to do two things. Firstly, to have an alternative route from the hospital, Milton Cato, through to Camden Park, passing through all of the communities in play there. That is to say, Edinburgh, Otley Hall, Lomans Bay, into Camden Park and onwards. We have asked them also to look at alternative routes on the lower section of the Leeward Highway. You want to develop Mount Wynn, you want to develop Peters Hope, but you're relying on one piece of road, and if something go wrong, all's dead.
The West Kingstown MP also criticized what he described as the government's lack of strategic investment in infrastructure over the past 2 decades, arguing that communities across the country, from rural villages to urban centers, are suffering as a result. Cummins promised that if elected, an NDP administration would prioritize road development as a cornerstone of its national agenda.
I want to assure you tonight that a new Democratic Party government led by Dr. Friday would take the development of our country seriously and make sure we have the necessary and requisite infrastructure that can take us to another plane. Not the tomfoolery that they have been fiddling with for 25 years. We need serious development. And to have serious development, you need to have serious people with a vision, with the understanding, and with the honesty to tell you like it is, and not come every election and try to mamaka you.
The NDP has been using infrastructure as a key campaign platform, contrasting what it describes as years of neglect by the Unity Labour Party ULP government. Attorney at Law Adrian Udall has underscored the critical importance of young people in shaping the future of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Speaking during an interview on Star Radio yesterday, Udall stated that without the youths, we have no future. As he emphasized their central role in national development, Udall praised the Unity Labour Party ULP government for implementing a range of initiatives aimed at empowering youth. He noted that under the leadership of the Prime Minister Dr. Afghan Salves, young Vincentians have benefited from various education, training and employment programs designed to prepare them for leadership and meaningful participation in society.
So what we're trying to do now is to showcase the youth of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and how it is they have been benefiting under this government. And when I say benefit, we're speaking in terms of policy, we're speaking in terms of the education revolution, we're speaking about how this government has put youth at the forefront of its mind when it comes to the developing of the nation. Because our Prime Minister understands that without the youth, we have no future. And that is why he's putting such emphasis on the youth.
He further pointed out that several ongoing projects aimed at developing the skill sets of young Vincentians are expected to produce long-term benefits for the nation. According to Udall, these initiatives will create a snowball effect, helping to ensure that young people remain employable, innovative, and capable of contributing meaningfully to the country's economic and social sustainability.
We have the Vincentians who will construct, and we have the Vincentians who will maintain it as after it is constructed. And then we have Vincentians who are going to walk in there after the construction is done. So we have this snowball effect where our labor force, our young people, they'll get the employment to build it, they'll get the employment to maintain it, and they'll also get employment within the industry there. So you see how the government is so practical that they think of things ahead. They're way ahead, and they create all of these opportunities for young people.
Would also encourage young people to take full advantage of the opportunities being made available to them, while urging a continued collaboration between the public and private sectors to expand youth-centered programs. St. Vincent and the Grenadines Teachers Cooperative Credit Union, the SVG-TCCU, today held its annual bursary awards ceremony, honoring academic achievements of outstanding students, while reaffirming the credit union's long-standing commitment to education and youth empowerment. The event, attended by students, parents, educators, and officials, celebrated the hard work and dedication of young scholars from across the country who have demonstrated excellence in their studies. Delivering the keynote remarks, Secretary of the Board of Directors, Wendy Bino, emphasized the SVG-TCCU's mission to invest in the nation's future by supporting students at critical points in their educational journey.
It is one of the most powerful tools for personal and national transformation. It shapes minds, builds character, strengthens families, and equips individuals to contribute meaningfully to society. Through this bursary program, we reaffirm our commitment to helping our members unlock their potential and excel in their chosen fields. To you, our recipients, we salute your hard work, determination, and perseverance. You have shown that excellence is achieved not by chance, but through consistent effort and belief in your abilities. As you continue your academic journey, embrace learning as a lifelong pursuit. Stay focused, remain humble, and let this bursary inspire you to keep striving for excellence while serving others with integrity.
Deputy Chief Education Officer Dixon Finley also addressed attendees, commending both the recipients and the SVG-TCCU for playing an important role in the national development. He said the bursary awards represent another important step towards the development of human capital in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Finley further highlighted a trend observed in recent years that female students continue to outperform their male counterparts in academic achievements. He expressed optimism that more boys would seize similar opportunities in the future.
Move to develop St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are hoping, and I'm hoping, that I can get more males to receive these bursaries, because in terms of the Teachers Credit Union, when I come to these bursaries, normally it's a female show. We need to encourage the males to get on board. This year, the government would have, in terms of tuition scholarships, it's close to 3,000 tuition scholarships. I was at a function on Monday, and over 350-something persons, with the support of the government, is doing their studies with Monroe College. I was at another function, and it's about 30 persons who went to Taiwan to study. The numbers are adding up. We are getting closer to that target of having one college/university graduate per household by the year 2030, which is a big achievement for education in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I want to congratulate the Teachers Credit Union. I know when you did your 40th anniversary, you had an increase in the numbers. So I'm looking forward to the 50th, so that we can move maybe from 3 to at least 10.
The SVG-TCCU bursary program is awarded annually to students based on academic merit and is part of the credit union's broader mission to uplift communities through education, financial literacy, and social investments.